up. Okay, and I'm going to share my screen with you.
Mm-mm.
And let me pull up the presentation. Okay, you can see the presentation,
Yeah, I
right?
can see.
Okay, perfect. Let me just get this up all the way. Okay, so today I'm going to work with you regarding phone conversations and talking on the phone, which is one of the things that you said that you wanted to work on.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
we'll be focusing today on speaking and listening and
Mm-mm.
understanding common phrases that we use when we speak on the phone and how to use these common phrases. So it's pretty simple, and what I want you to do is to be able to just recognize some simple things that you'll hear often when speaking
Yeah.
on the phone, so that when you hear these things, you can recognize them.
Yeah.
So, the first thing I want to talk to you about, though, is why is speaking on the phone so hard? When I lived in the Philippines for 18 months, and I
18.
remember when someone would call me on the phone, I would get so nervous
Yeah,
and
me
so
too.
scared, and I didn't want to pick up the phone. Do you feel that
Mm-mm.
way
Yeah,
sometimes? Yeah.
me too.
But
I still feel very confused and nervous. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So I would get that same feeling too, and I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to answer the phone. And it took me a while to figure out
Mm-mm.
why I was so nervous talking about the phone.
Mm.
But here are some things that I think personally that I struggled with when I
Mm-mm.
was living in the Philippines and speaking Tagalog. And
Yeah.
first of all, people use different grammar and some different phrases when they
Yeah.
speak on the phone that we don't normally use when we're
Mm,
talking
mm, mm,
face
mm,
to face.
mm.
Um,
Right.
Another thing is you can't see who you're talking to.
Yeah,
So you can't
I
look at their
agree.
facial
Yeah,
expressions or what
yeah,
they're doing with
and
their hands, right?
right, right.
Mhm. Exactly. So that makes it difficult because so much of our conversation and our communication is with our faces and hands,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
have that to help you
Mm-mm.
understand. So I think those, at least for me, are why it's
Mm-mm.
hard to speak on the phone in another language.
Yeah.
So I think that if we can recognize some common things that happen
Mm-mm.
when speaking on the phone and common phrases, then we can hopefully overcome that
Mm-mm.
nervousness when we speak on the phone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree. I
Okay,
think
okay, good.
the gesture is and the facial is very important.
Yes,
Can
definitely.
help people understand what they
Mhm.
are talking about.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so let's get started. I'm first going to tell you about some different phrases and things that we hear when we talk on the phone. So,
Mm-mm.
the first thing that you do when you talk on the phone is introduce yourself, obviously. So, when you pick up the phone, you're going to say, "Hi, this is hello, Leah
Mm.
speaking," or "Hi, my name is Leah." For example, that's what
Mm.
I would say. And that's
Mm-mm.
simple. We do that normally when we have a conversation. If
Mm.
you are talking on the phone, though, and you do not know who you are speaking with
Mm.
and would like to ask who you are speaking with, here are
Mm.
some simple questions you can ask. And I know that you understand most of these already, but just who is this? Or a more formal version, who am I speaking with?
Mm.
Or who is calling, please? Sometimes you may hear or you may say, hi, may I ask who's speaking? So those are a few ways that you can ask who is speaking on the phone. Do you have any questions about any of these phrases?
Yeah. So when we ask, so if I pick up a phone, I should first ask who is it, or wait and let the other say who she is or he is?
Yeah, good question. Good question. So when you pick up the phone, often the person will say who they are. So if I call you, I'll say, hi, good, this is Leah, how are you? So often they'll tell you who they are. But if they don't tell you who they are, it is common to ask one of these questions, and it's polite to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, and then that's good because then you don't get into the conversation and not know exactly who you're speaking with. So you know what to expect because you know who you're talking to. Any other questions?
No.
Okay. And I should have said this earlier too. You can take notes on this, but I will also share this PowerPoint with you later too, so you can look back at it if you want to. Okay, let's go to the next one. So if you are on the phone and you need to ask to speak to a specific person, so you can say, can I speak with John, please? Or may I speak with John, please? You could also say, if you're calling them at their house, is John home? Or if it's maybe not a house or someone else, is John available? So you would use these phrases if I was calling and I wanted to talk to you, but your friend or your mom or your sister answered the phone, I could say, can I speak with Ge, please? Or is Ge home? Okay. Any questions about these?
No question.
Okay. And then if someone asks you or you ask someone these questions, here are some common responses that they will say back. So, yes, hold on a sec. Yes, just a moment, please. No, sorry, they are not home right now. Sorry, he or she is not around. Or I'm afraid they are out right now. So if I was calling to speak to you, but you weren't home, the person talking to me may say, sorry, they're not home right now. Sorry, they're out. Sorry, they'll be back soon. Or if you are available, they may say something like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the last phrases that I want to talk about are taking and leaving a message. So, if someone is calling for someone who is not available, you can have them leave a message with you. So, if I called you, but you weren't home, I could leave a message for that person to give to you. So the person I'm talking to could say, I would be happy to take a message for you. If you give me a message, I will tell them when I speak to them. Or if you leave a message, I will have them call you later. And if you are the person who's leaving a message, you could say, can I leave a message? Or can you tell them that I called? Here is my number. Okay. So these maybe you won't use when you're having an informal conversation, but maybe in a more formal conversation, you may use these. So, for example, I had to call my dentist last week, and my dentist was not available to talk to. So the secretary said, I would be happy to take a message for you. And then I left a message with them, and then my dentist called me back later. So sometimes these are used in more formal situations.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So this so the message will be so if I call a dentist and the other person pick up the phone, so I will leave a message, right?
Yes, if the person you're trying to talk to is not available, because then the secretary or the person you're calling can tell them, oh, Ge called. She said this. Can you call Ge back? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to read through with you some sample conversations. We're going to look at 4 conversations together. So for this, I am going to be the caller and you will be the receptionist. So we're just going to read through this conversation, okay?
Okay.
So this conversation, as me being the caller, it's as if I was calling someone at work. So I'll start. Hello, this is Leah. May I speak to Miss Sunshine, please?
Hold the line a moment. I will check if she is in her office.
Thank you.
Yes, Miss Sunshine is in. I will put you through.
Hello, this is Mrs. Sunshine. Can I help you? Hello, my name is Leah, and I'm calling to inquire about the position advertised on jobsearch.com. Yes, the position is still open. Could I have your name and number, please? Certain, my name is Leah, and I would go on. So this is a formal conversation that occurred, and there are a few things that I want to show you about this conversation. First of all, the receptionist said, hold the line a moment. That means the receptionist is just saying, just wait a moment, I'll see if she's around. So can you hold on a moment? Or they may say, can you hold? And that just means, can you wait a moment while I go check?
Yeah.
And then the last thing I want to show you in this conversation is when the receptionist says, I'll put you through. So she is redirecting the call and connecting the caller with Miss Sunshine. So that just means I'm sending the call over to Miss Sunshine. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions about that?
So this conversation is happen in some office site.
Yes, and that's why this is a more formal conversation. When the receptionist says, hold the line a moment, that's a formal way of asking to wait. If this was a conversation just between friends, I would say, can you wait a sec? I'll go check if she's here. But this is a more formal way to say that. Any other questions?
Yeah, so the receptionist and the Miss Sunshine are in different place.
Okay. Yes, so the receptionist is just the secretary, so she's probably at the front desk of the office. And in this situation, Miss Sunshine's probably in a separate part of the office. Maybe she has her own office inside. So that's common when you call a doctor's office or a business. You'll talk to the secretary or receptionist, and they will put you on hold, and then they'll transfer your call to the person you're trying to talk to.
Secondary, who, what does secondary means?
Secretary.
A secretary.
A secretary and a receptionist are like the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, is that familiar? Okay. Yeah, they're the person that they're just at the front desk of the office, and they help people when they come in and when they call. Okay, perfect. Let's go to the next conversation. This is a conversation where a message is left. Okay, so this is between Fred and the receptionist. Would you be Fred for this conversation and I'll be the receptionist?
Yeah.
Okay, you can start.
Hello, could I speak to Jack Parkins, please?
Who's calling, please?
This is Fred Blinkenham. I'm a friend of Jack's.
Hold the line, please. I'll put your call through. I'm afraid he's out at the moment. Can I take a message?
Yes, can you ask him to give me a call? My number is 909-345-8965.
Could you repeat that, please?
Certainly, that's 909-345-8965.
Okay, I'll make sure Mr. Parkins gets your message.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, do you have any questions about this conversation?
No.
Okay, it's similar to that first one, and this is where a message is left. So the receptionist will tell Mr. Parkins the message later so that Mr. Parkins can call Fred back when he's available. Okay, let's do a couple more. This is about making a doctor's appointment. I will be caller 1 and will you be caller 2? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Dr. Peterson's office, how may I help you?
I'd like to make an appointment to see the doctor.
Certainly. Are you ill at the moment?
Yes, I'm not feeling very well.
Do you have a fever or any other symptoms?
Yes, I have a slight fever and aches and pains.
Aches and pains.
Aches and pains.
Good. Okay, Dr. Peterson can see you tomorrow. Can you come in the morning?
Yes, tomorrow morning is fine.
How about 10 o'clock?
Yes, 10 o'clock is fine.
May I have your name?
Yes, it's David Lin.
Have you seen Dr. Peterson before?
Yes, I had a psycho exam last year. Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry, physical.
Physical. Yeah. Good. Yes, here you are. Okay, I've scheduled for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye. Okay, so this is a great conversation because if you need to make a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment, you'll have a similar conversation to this where they'll probably ask you what's wrong. Then they'll look to see when the doctor is available, and then they'll pick a time and schedule with you. Do you have any questions about this conversation?
No.
Okay. Let's go to the last one where we will read it aloud. And this conversation is about asking a question about a bill. So this one is about an electricity bill that someone needs to pay. So I will have you be caller 1 and I'll be caller 2.
Okay. Good afternoon, Northwest Electricity. How may I help you?
Good afternoon. This is Robert Tips. I have a question about my electricity bill this month.
I'd be happy to help you with that, Mr. Tips. Can I have your account number?
I'm afraid I don't have that with me.
It's no problem. I will just look your name up in our database.
Great.
Could you give me your address as well?
It's 2368 Northwest 21st Ave, Vancouver, Washington.
Yes, I have your account up on my computer. How may I help you?
The last bill I received seemed too high.
Yes, I see that it was considerably higher than the last year. Did you use more electricity?
No, I don't think we used any more electricity than the year before.
Okay, I will tell you what I can do. I will mark this and have a supervisor take a look at the account.
Thank you. When can I expect an answer?
We should have an answer for you by the end of the week. I will give you an inquiry.
Inquiry.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Inquiry.
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 Yeah, it's a hard
Inquiry
one.
number.
Good. Okay, let me get a pen. Okay, I'm ready.
Is 3471.
That's 3471.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you for your help. Okay, yeah, that name is Inquiry.
Inquiry.
Yeah, inquiry.
Yeah,
It's a
thank
hard
you.
one. Yeah. Inquiry is a question. So an inquiry number would be a number that's related to a question. So he is having the supervisor look into the account, and this inquiry number is a number he can give when he calls in again and asks. So it just stays with this account so they know what the issue is. Do you have any questions about this conversation?
No.
Okay, awesome. Now we are going to do a short role play, and we'll see where we're at on time, but at least do 2 of these. So I'll do the first one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you call me, pretend to call me. We'll just have a conversation.
Okay.
And I am going to have you ask me what the price of a TV is. Does that make sense?
You ask me what's the price?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
We'll do it that way. So I'm pretending to call you. So you pick up the phone and you start and just say hello and introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, this is Ge. May I help you? Can I help you?
Hi, good. My name is Leah, and I was just calling you because I wanted to check the price of a TV at your store. Could you help me with that?
Yes, I'd like to help you. Could you give me a second?
Of course.
Yeah, thank you. I think the price of the TV is 300.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much. That's all that I needed.
Okay, thank you so much. Have
Bye.
a good day.
Perfect. Good
Bye.
job. And 300 is about what a TV costs, right? I don't even know, but that sounded good. Okay. You did great. And that was good how you said, can you hold for a second? That's good because if I were to call a store, they would probably have to take a minute to look at it. So that's exactly what the conversation would be like. Perfect. Okay, let's do the next one. And I am going to have you call me and ask if I want to hang out this weekend and spend time together. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you are going to call me and see if I want to
I
hang
want to
out with
hang
you.
out. Okay. Hi, this is Ge.
Hi, good. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm very good. I'm doing good. How
Good.
about you?
Good. Good.
So I want to ask you if you can hang out with me this over this weekend. Over
Awesome.
the
Yeah. When
weekend.
did you want to hang out?
I think maybe Sunday. Are you
Cool.
free on Sunday?
I am. I'm free in the afternoon. Would the afternoon work with you?
Yes, yes, I am fine. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Where
Okay,
should we hang
perfect.
out?
I think we can have lunch to have dinner together in
Okay.
the UC.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Does 4:30 sound good?
4:30? Oh
Four.
yeah, it's
Okay.
good. It's good.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll see you then.
Yeah, see you there. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Good job. That was awesome. You're doing so great.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I know it's kind of funny because we're
Uh,
not really having a phone conversation. We're just
yeah.
pretending. So, okay. Let's do this third one. Um, you are a secretary.
Okay.
I will call you to make an appointment. Okay. So, you'll answer the phone and then I'll talk.
Mm, I will answer. Hi, uh, this is Mike's office. Can I
Hi, this is Leah. I was wondering if I could set up an appointment.
Yes, sure. Um, w- uh, when when did you want to have an appointment?
Um, could I make an appointment on Thursday? Are there any openings?
Sorry. The office is closed on Saturday.
Okay,
I think Sunday is fine.
okay, perfect. Do you have any availability at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning?
Yes, yes. I think.
Okay, okay, perfect. I'll plan on coming in then.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Okay,
This one
good,
is a little
good job. You
hard.
did awesome with that one. You did awesome. And I know you had to think of it too because you're kind of making
Yeah.
the story up in your head. So that was awesome. That was really good. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna, because of time, we're gonna skip number 4.
Okay.
And I just want to talk to you about some ideas to gain confidence when you talk on the phone. So, some things that I've done when I speak on the phone is in a second language is practice what I want to say before calling someone.
Mm,
So if I know that I have to call the doctor or I have to call my friend, sometimes I'll run through in my head what I'm going to say,
mm, mm,
just so I have an idea of what to expect and I'm not as anxious and nervous when I call.
mm, mm,
Um, Another thing, have pencil and paper out so you can write down important information or even write down things you don't understand. Um, Another thing, don't be scared to ask someone to repeat something. That's
mm.
totally normal. So you can always say, sorry, I didn't understand what you said. Or, sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't quite get it. So
Okay.
you can always ask someone to repeat what they said. And that's
Okay.
normal, even if you understand their language, because sometimes on the phone it's hard to hear anyway. So don't
Mm,
be scared to ask for someone to repeat themselves.
mm,
And one thing that I've learned as well is that when you're speaking, you can repeat things that you said to make sure the other person understood. So, for example, if I was going to call you and set up an appointment, and our appointment was for 9 in the morning, I could just say, and just to make sure, it's for 9 in the morning, correct? And then I know that you understood what I said. Does that make sense? So you can repeat things that you say just to make sure it was understood. Okay. So, yeah, and what I am going to do tonight, I will send you this document, and this document has some practice on it where it gives you a situation, and then you can write in what they would say in this situation. So here, Eddie wants to speak to Carmela. Carmela answers the phone. So you can fill in how the conversation would go to practice some of the different phrases and things that we did earlier. So I will send this to you, and you can do this in your free time whenever you want to do, just to practice what we went over today. Okay. And I'll send you, when I send this to you, I'll send you some links to some videos and resources that you can use as well for practicing speaking on the phone. So yeah, do you have any questions?
Yes. I want to know, if I didn't hear clearly, how can I let them repeat?
Okay, good. I'm going to pull up this document and I'll type it down here. Just so, let me start a new page. So you can, so you could say, sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you repeat yourself? Or you could just say, excuse me, what was that? Those are two ways that you could ask someone to repeat themselves.
What was that? Okay. Okay.
Do those make sense? Okay. And I will leave those at the bottom of this document that I share with you, so you can look at those again later when I send that to you. So, do you have any other questions?
I think no.
Okay. Do you feel, was this helpful for you? Did this give you some more?
It's very helpful.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
And yeah, and as you practice these things, as you speak on the phone, you can reference the PowerPoint. And if you have any other questions that come up later, please ask me and I'm happy to help. So, yeah. Okay. Well, sounds good. I'll let you go and I'll send these to you later tonight. And we'll set up our last appointment over Canvas email. Does that sound good? Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you so much and have a good evening.
You too. Okay,
thanks.
Have
Bye.
a good spring break.
Yeah, you too. Yeah. See ya.
See you.